does that even mean, Bowers game corner?
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game review. And today I'm very excited to check out Richochet from Game Right. This is for 2 to 5 players. Take you under 12 minutes to play, since this is a 12-minute or less game. And it's for ages, I'd say, about, 7, 8 plus. And in Ricochet, this is a simple slapjack variant where there's going to be a card that's revealed in the middle of the table, and then you're going to look at that card, and then you're quickly going to slap a card around the outside of that card. If the first person to slap the correct card based on whether the numbers are high or low or a specific color, you get the point. The first person to get to 6 points wins the game. It's a light, simple, children's/family game. But is it good? Let's open it up, and I'll tell you what I think. Alrighty then, we're going to tell you what you're going to get inside of Ricochet. So first and foremost, we have our handy-dandy rulebook. It is 2 pages, double-sided, plenty of illustrations, pictures, examples, very well done. Should have you up and running in no time at all. Also a full tilt version for experts, which I would recommend checking out after a few games under your belt. Overall, well done rule booklet. So inside of Ricochet, you're going to get a deck of cards. That's it. Very simple. You're going to get a deck of cards. The deck of cards are going to look somewhat like a weird pinball machine. They're going to have a red number, a blue number, a yellow number, and a green number. And then on the bottom, there's going to be either a big or a little pinball. And that is going to help you on, well, let's just show you how the game works. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to earn 6 cards by slapping the correct card that will pop up in the middle. So let's just do one. So right now, I flip this over and I see that there is a large red ball in the middle. So that means that I need to look around the table and I need to find the ball, or the card that has the largest red on it, and slap it. Boom. So 50 is the largest red. 50 is the largest you can have in the game. So that would now go in front of me into my score pile like so. And this card would go right there, where there's hopefully not so much glare. Next, we're going to flip over another card. And boom, this time we have a small yellow. So the first person to slap the small yellow, which in this case would be the 6, bam, they get that. Then you move it out. Do another card. Small red, bam, 11. And no, you can't slap the card in the middle. You can only slap the cards on the outside. Small blue, bam, 21. But this time I'm wrong. Oh no, I'm wrong. It was actually 17. Well, here's what happens. I lose one of my victory points. It goes to the bottom of the deck. And then I am out of this round and someone else can slap 17 and get the point. And that's what you're going to keep doing. You're going to keep doing that until someone has earned 6 cards, at which point they will be the winner of Ricochet. Now, if you'd like to play the more advanced version of the game, then you're going to set it up like a circle. You're going to have 5 cards in the circle, something like, yeah, you can do it like this, actually, if you'd like, minus the glare, and then the card is going to go in the middle. But anywho, that in a nutshell is how you're going to play Ricochet. Alrighty then, Ricochet from Game Right. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. First, on the con side, game's not going to be for everybody for a variety of different reasons. It's incredibly light, it's incredibly simple, it's incredibly repetitive. Those are the big ones there. This is for children's, this is for family, and I will say, I dare say it, if you have a lighter game night, if you really have a very light game night, and you're using this as a lightweight filler game, I think this will actually work as well, because it is stupid quick. It is about 5 minutes long, if that. So yeah, that could work potentially as a lightweight filler game, but I think for most people it's going to be children/family category. The real reason why is there's no real strategy in this game. It's just, all right, what do we got? Big red, look for the big red, slap it. Now you can hedge your bets ever so slightly by like trying to remember that, oh, there's a big red over here and a really tiny yellow over here, and you can kind of just be a little bit faster on that. But other than that, there's no real strategy. Another comment I have of this game is that at a certain point, the kids in my classroom, and I imagine adults would as well, realize that when you don't have cards, you know, it's kind of like a 1 in 4 shot just to slap anything as fast as you can, and maybe you'll get a point because there's no real penalty for you not slapping correctly, aside from you lose a point, but if you don't have a point, it doesn't matter. And you're out of the round, but hey, that's not a huge deal. You still have a 1 in 4 shot of getting it. So that was annoying, and I actually house ruled it a little bit so that if you incorrectly slap a card 2 times in a row, then you get the normal penalty, but you're also out the next round. And that actually cut back on that a substantial amount, because we played this probably about 10 to 15 times in the classroom, just straight, just over and over and over and over again with different kids. Any other cons I have of the game? The box is way too big for what's included with it. I mean, it is literally just a deck of, I think, about 50 to 52 cards. And this rule booklet, which folds up actually really nicely into this. So this is the size box that you technically would need. Like, right there. That's it. But the box is way bigger, I imagine, for advertising purposes, or maybe the other games in this line, or this size, the box in the line, or this size, or something stupid like that. I think a lot of people, not me, because I'm not, that's just not my style, not my bag, are going to just put this into a different box or put it into a bag because the components are so light, the rules are so simple. But the box will annoy some people. Any other cons that I have with the game? No strategy, repetitive, primarily for children and family. Yeah, that's what I got. Moving on to the pros, I really enjoyed Ricochet. And I think Ricochet is a great children/family game. So that's where I'm going to start with it. The reason why I'm giving this an 8 is because looking at it purely as a game to play with kids of varying different ages and them playing by themselves, this is a great game. The kids love, capital L, loved this game, and I had a lot of fun with the game as well. Last con I have this game, I think it's best at the higher player counts, 3, 4, and 5, without a doubt. At 2 players, it just becomes really glaring who's better at slapping faster, like whose brain can compartmentalize that little pinball or the big pinball with the different colors faster. And a lot of times, especially at 2 players, you'll have like 6-0, 6-0, 6-0. And that's not very much fun for either player. So I liked it best at the higher player counts because it spices things up a little bit more. But continuing on with the pros, it's easy to learn, it's easy to teach. It's the kind of game where you can play it a couple times with a kid as long as he knows his numbers pretty well, and then he can teach it to other kids, which makes me lump it into the children's game category, which I really did like, and I actually did. I watched 5 kids play this by themselves for about 20 minutes, just over and over and over and over and over. No issues because the rules are so simple. I do like the fact there's the advanced mode where you can have 5 cards out instead of 4 cards out, because that does make things more interesting, and it does slow down someone who might just have like a rhythm and a groove going, because it's a lot of extra information to take in. And in the end, yeah, Ricochet, it's great. You see this at Goodwill, you see it at a thrift shop, you play games with kids a lot, or your kids play games a lot, check this one out. Definitely can recommend Ricochet from Game Right. I don't know if this is still in their collection, but it should be, because it's a heck of a lot of fun. Highly recommended if you're in the market for a children's/family game, or on the off chance you're still you play a lot of lighter games and you're looking for a gateway game. Not a gateway game, a fill game to fill time before people get there. Man, I just forgot what that word was. There you go. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. If you want to support the channel, click in the show notes down below. Click on the little Amazon link. Buy anything on Amazon. Throws a couple pennies my way. It really does help support the channel. And in the comments below, what is your favorite game that lasts under 12 minutes? That's a hard one. I think I'm going to go with, off the top of my head, you know what? I'm going to go with the Mind. Because most of the games of that, they don't last 12 minutes. Because, I mean, it's a really difficult game from time to time. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Mind. Second place, I might go with the Mars Attack, the old game from Steve Jackson games that came out about 4 or 5 years ago. Really did enjoy that one as well. Small box, garbage box. Felt like the box was some cheap Chinese chintzy box that spent like 2 cents on, but still really enjoyed the game. Let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite game that takes less than 12 minutes? Oh, and Happy Salmon. Happy Salmon's up there too. Gotta put Happy Salmon in there. But let me know in the comments below, and as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.